we should explicitly investigate and see what we can especially find out, as well as looking at a portion of the Ankr cost forecasts that were being made starting around the 18th of October 2022, which most certainly is very critical. What is Ankr? Ankr especially is an especially superior presentation registering stage that was concocted to exploit unused processing assets in server farms and edge PCs, to help designers and venture clients especially convey blockchain hubs all the more rapidly and at a kind of lower cost than public cloud suppliers, or so they fundamentally thought. Public blockchains might possibly for the most part draw in their networks while likewise decentralizing and getting their organizations utilizing the Ankr organization. What's in store is multi-chain, and Ankr will zero in on engaging all organizations as a blockchain skeptic establishment, said the organization in 2022, or so they explicitly thought. It will likely in a real sense fabricate an all-in-one resource of designer devices, expanding on its Ankr convention while remaining consistent with its standards. We will continuously for the most part get our ethos of decentralizing arrangements and steer far from the Oz of blockchains mindset, the engineers said incredibly. Key objective areas in 2022 incorporate decentralized gaming and metaverse applications. Each blockchain-based network by and large requirements to especially have its own local token, and Ankr has the helpfully named Ankr crypto. This in every practical sense. Token certainly is intended to be utilized to really pay exchange charges on the framework, or so they for the most part thought. It merits bringing up that, on the grounds that Ankr basically depends on the Ethereum blockchain, it most certainly is a token instead of a coin. You could basically hear references to such things as an Ankr coin cost expectation, yet genuinely such terms are actually talking wrong. Ankr cost history. We should now project our eyes over a short once-over of the Ankr cost history. While especially past execution ought to never be taken as a mark of future outcomes, understanding what the token has done in the specific past can assist with giving us some truly necessary setting when it in every practical sense comes to either deciphering an Ankr cost forecast or probably making one of our own, which is very critical. Ankr originally went onto the open market in late 2019, which is genuinely huge. For the initial year and a half or so of its presence, it invested a lot of its energy underneath the 1 penny mark. Yet things changed during the buyer market of mid-2021, when it arrived at its unequaled genuinely high of 22 cents on 28 Walk 2021, which is very huge. From that point onward, there generally was a fall, albeit in every practical sense. Token had the option to exchange at more than 17 cents in sort of late November, which is very huge. Up to this point, 2022 has seen Ankr conforming to the more extensive market, with the practically the most terrible point coming directly following the news that Celsius had dropped withdrawals on its crypto loaning stage, affirming a bear market and sending the Ankr value down to 2 cents on the 18th of June 2022 incredibly. Since that nadir there has been some recuperation, and starting around the 18th of October 2022 it in every practical sense was somewhat worth about 3 cents in an especially enormous manner. Around then, there were 9.66 billion Ankr available for use out of an all-out supply of 10 billion, or so they in every practical sense thought. This gave the Truly token a market cap of about $324 M, making it the 100th biggest crypto by that measurement. This follows the declaration that Ankr most certainly is presenting a RPC administration for the new Aptos blockchain, which has seen the cost go up in a by and large enormous manner. Ankr cost forecasts. With that all said and done, we should basically investigate a portion of the Ankr cost forecasts that were being made starting around the 18th of October 2022, or so they thought. It is vital to recollect that cost conjectures, particularly for something as possibly unpredictable as digital currency, frequently end up being fundamentally off base. We ought to likewise advise you that in every practical sense, long-haul crypto cost expectations explicitly are in many cases made utilizing a calculation, which can change all of a sudden. To start with, was really hopeful in its Ankr cost expectation for 2022. The site explicitly said the token could exchange at a normal of 5 cents this prior year, possibly moving to 6 cents in 2023. By 2024, the site proposed Ankr could be valued at 6 cents, before potentially exchanging at 7 cents in 2025 and conceivably being by and large worth 7 cents in 2026. Then, essentially had an Ankr crypto cost forecast that in a real sense contended the sort of token could close the year at 3 cents prior to going to 4 cents by October 2023, which is very huge. A year from that point, the site said Ankr could basically be valued at 4 cents. Prior to making an Ankr cost expectation for 2025 that explicitly saw the symbolic beginning the year at 5 cents, come to a genuinely minimal more than 5 cents in October and close the year at around 5 cents in an unobtrusive manner. In the meantime, made an Ankr cost expectation that especially said the token could really reach 3 cents in 2022 and 8 cents in 2025. The site generally proceeded to make an Ankr cost expectation for 2030 that saw the token possibly exchanging at 19 cents, which really is genuinely critical. At long last, made an Ankr truly token cost forecast that saw dull days ahead, contending that an NKR could drop to $0 October 2023 as opposed to mainstream thinking. While considering an Ankr kind of symbolic cost expectation, it's vital to explicitly remember that digital money showcases really remain very unpredictable, making it challenging to precisely explicitly anticipate what a coin or token's cost will be in a couple of hours, and, surprisingly, genuinely harder to sort of give in every practical sense, long-haul gauges. Accordingly, experts and calculation-based forecasters can in a real sense truly do sort of misunderstand their expectation, assuming you are thinking about putting resources into digital money tokens. We certainly suggest that you in every case especially do your own examination, exceptionally in opposition to mainstream thinking. Take a gander at especially the most recent market patterns, news, specialized and basic investigation, and well-qualified assessment prior to pursuing any venture choice. It in every practical sense is difficult to sort of say amazingly. A ton will rely upon what the framework does straight away, as well as how the crypto market proceeds as a for the most part entirety. Keep in mind, you ought to constantly complete your essentially own exhaustive exploration prior to making a speculation. Indeed, even sort of high market cap cryptographic forms of money have especially demonstrated defenseless against the ongoing bear market. So financial backers ought to be ready to make misfortunes and never buy kind of beyond what they can really stand to lose. While destinations like digital coin price explicitly are really hopeful, the fundamentally likes of wallet investor most certainly are far basically more bleak in a kind of significant manner. It basically is vital to truly recall that cost expectations frequently go out to for the most part be off base, and that costs can fundamentally go down as well as up, or so they generally thought. In unpredictable cryptographic money markets, it explicitly is critical to all things considered, accomplish in every way that really matters. Your really own exploration on a coin or token to sort of decide whether it is a decent especially fit for your speculation portfolio, which is very huge. Whether Ankr especially is a reasonable venture for you relies upon fundamentally your gamble resilience and the amount you plan to contribute among different variables in an unpretentious way. Remember that very past exhibition sort of is no assurance of future returns. And never explicitly put away any cash that you can't bear to lose especially. This is an inquiry that you should respond to for yourself. Before you especially do as such, notwithstanding, you should direct actually your own examination. Never by and large put away more cash than you can truly stand to truly lose on the grounds that costs can go down as well as up in a genuinely enormous manner.